just talk about how you grew up with the Enneagram and the renditions along the way. Okay, but do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Because you were pretty young.
Yeah, I liked feeling like I knew what I needed to know, and I wanted to stay in that wonderful place of, I know all I need to know, and I don't need to learn anything more, and I can pass on knowledge and teach things and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, hey, you know that thing you know? So a little bit of a change. So it's like, okay. And so I have to like get into blah, 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 and then that would happen again. It would just be like, yeah, I remember getting frustrated just because I didn't like having to go back and explain something different and have someone be like, wait, because my sexual and social are really, really close. So for multiple reasons, I didn't like that I switched it up. It just bothered me, and I was concerned about how that made me look in terms of if I knew what I was talking about. I want people to trust me and not really second guess anything I'm saying. And obviously, if you're kind of like, well, blah, 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 then that can definitely impact that.
Can I say something? That's a really important point, because I was faced with the same dilemma. I'd been teaching the Enneagram for 9 years. And then I'd certified with 3 excellent schools, but none of the schools had actually studied directly with Ichazo or Naranjo, and things were lost in the dissemination of the Enneagram. And after my research, I found these patterns that weren't in the descriptions, language that wasn't in the description. But when I went to Claudio Naranjo, who studied directly with Ichazo and then came up with the subtypes, I went, well, this matches my research. And then I came and said, Spencer, you're not going to like it, because 4, 6, 8s don't like change in that way. But to be fully empowered, we have to come from what's true. So what I did is notified everybody that had ever come to a class or a coaching session with me and said, I've learned more about the defense strategies of the types, and I need to refine some of you and inform you of these key distinctions. And actually, people so identified with what I said that they weren't offended. It worked the other way around. And then thereafter, people knew that whenever I was going to teach a course, that I was going to have something new from my research and be refining things. And some companies would just bring me in just to see what I'd come up with. So what they liked was that I wasn't just going by something concrete, that it was a living thing. But it's hard to do when you're 5 years old and you've got your little spiel down and you know what you're talking about. And now I get it, Spence. I totally get it. And I do have social third, so it's different.